Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'd like to thank everyone who has subscribed thus far. I highly appreciate it. To those who haven't subscribed, please do the right thing, like nilindeni. Okay, so today I'd like us to briefly discuss methods of contraceptives. But before we do, I just want to take us through what happens to us as women monthly, so that we have a better understanding of what these contraceptives do in order to prevent pregnancy. Ne? So this is the womb. Ne? This is the womb. There's ovaries, there's cubes, so I just need to explain the process of menstruation. Yeah? So every month there will be built up of blood. Before you go to your period, there will be a built up of blood, yeah, there in your womb. This built up of blood is ideally happening so that in case of fertilization, there's like a comfortable area for the sperm and the egg to meet, né? So that blood will build up, right? So when fertilization does not happen, the blood that was built up there is gonna break off and then be shed as your period. Yeah, it's not perfect, but yeah, we're gonna say that is the buildup of blood that's happening every month, ideally happening for fertilization, in case fertilization happen. So when fertilization does not occur, then that blood will be, the blood that was built up over there will be shed off as your period. That's what happens to you as a woman every month. Okay, so the methods that I'll discuss are the ones that I have here in my office. We have combined oral contraceptives, which are the triphasal or trigesteral. The triphasal consists of 3 phases of different doses of estrogen or progestogen, right? And then they consist of 7 placebos. Then we have the Nodet or oral con, which consists of 21 tablets of the same hormone and placebos. Ne? So with these two, I want to explain it to a level that which everyone will understand. So with these two, you have to take them at the same time every day. Please listen to your healthcare practitioner when they give you and explain how to take these. You have to take them at the same time every day. Should it happen that you miss it for 1 hour from the time that you normally take it, be advised that you are going to be safe for within that first 24 hours. Unsafe means that you are at a chance of falling pregnant. Yeah? So should it happen that you miss your pill for like the whole day, remember the next day. So on the next day, you're gonna take 2 tablets, and then remember that you are unsafe 7 days. Should it happen that you forget your tablets, God forbid, you forget your tablets for 2 days, remember on day 3, you're gonna discard 1, take 2, then you're gonna be unsafe for 14 days. So it is advised that you set an alarm so that you know, like if you're taking your tablet 7 o'clock at night every day, you do that. Yeah? So if you are on antibiotics, you are vomiting, you have diarrhea, remember you're taking these tablets orally, so you're unsafe in those periods until 7 days after. Should like anything fail and you don't know where you're at, you don't know what is going on, use condoms all the time. In any case, nothing is 100%. We always advise your protection. Disclaimer, everything that I'll be explaining here is effective when used correctly, but we do advise that you use dual protection because these will only prevent pregnancy and not HIV and STIs. Okay, so how do these tablets work, or what are they doing like to you or in your body? They may prevent ovulation. Remember, in our diagram I explained what happens to us every month when we are gonna have a menstrual period. In a case where ovulation is prevented, there might be no period, for example. What do they also do? They thicken mucus that is in the uterus to block the sperm from getting through. So there's our uterus. I'll just do the mucus there. So the sperm can't get through to where it's supposed to go to. Also makes that area not favorable for implantation. Remember I said there will be built up of blood where the egg and the sperm are gonna meet, where implantation is gonna occur. So the tablets that you're taking will make that area not favorable for such. So that is how they prevent pregnancy. Okay, then we're gonna look at the side effects of these tablets. With regards to side effects, I would like to say all your feelings, maybe all of your feelings are valid, because sometimes you will come across a person who will tell you of something you've never heard of, and then they'll tell you that whatever method they're using is causing it. So yeah, so some of the side effects associated with these tablets will be your nausea, vomiting, intermenstrual bleeding or spotting, breast tenderness, dizziness, mild headaches, and also light periods, and amenorrhea. Amenorrhea, that's when you don't get the period at all. Then we have the progesterone only pills. Those will be your microval, or high N. As seen, they are all white. It's the same dose of progesterone, and we don't have any placebos on those ones. So with them, you may not get your period. And then what do they do in your body? Same as previously, they thicken the mucus in the uterus to block the sperm from getting through, right? And then they may inhibit ovulation, same as the one that was stated above. What other side effects? Amenorrhea, like just like I just said now, that you may not get the period. So with these ones, you also need to take them at the same time every day. Should it happen that you miss at any point in these ones, you have to be starting over. Like when you are starting, like you are taking the tablets for the very first time, your health practitioner will tell you that you are unsafe 14 days. Even though you'll be taking your tablets correctly, it means they'll only be effective in 2 weeks time. So with these ones, should you miss once, you must start over, unsafe 14 days. Yeah. And then should it all fail and you do not know where you are or what is going on, use condoms, please. If you don't want to be pregnant. Yeah, so then let's move over to the emergency contraceptive, which is the Escapel, the one we're using here. So when you take this one within the first 72 hours of having sex without a condom, it is 86% effective. When you take it within the first 72 hours to 120 hours, it's 60 to a 63% effective. And then when you take, I'm gonna explain this one again a bit further when we get to it. When you take the copper IUCD as your emergency contraceptive, it's 98% effective. Then we're gonna move over to the injectables. We have 2 injectables, which are known as the 3 months injection which is this one, generally known as a 3 months injection, which is your Depo-Provera or Petogen, and also your 2 months injection, which is known as the Nuristrate. Okay, so how they are given, it's dip intramuscular, which is the IMI name. So what is their mode of action? The mode of action is, what is it that they do? And then we go back to the drawing. They do almost the same thing as their tablets. They thicken that mucus so that sperm can get through there. They make this area unfavorable for implantation, meaning thinning that lining instead of it being thickened. And then they that is what they do. And then what can we expect, like the side effects? It may be amenorrhea. So you'll get some people who will be like, they want a pregnancy test, and when you ask them why, they'll be like, since I got my injection, I never saw my period. So the injectables can cause amenorrhea, they may cause weight gain, they may make your acne better or worse. It was explained sometime that the weight gain is due to the fact that they can increase your appetite, then you eat and gain weight. However, you can control what and how you eat, but there are people who say their appetite hasn't changed but they still gaining weight. Like I said as well, everyone's feelings are valid. Okay, they may also cause severe headaches. So a simple explanation on these ones will be, like, should you take the injectables, you can't expect a regular period. So if it happens, it may happen that you get your period normally, you are lucky. It may happen that your period stops completely. It may happen that you experience spotting. It may happen that you experience heavier bleeding. You worry with the heavier bleeding of more than 10 days. Should that happen, please report to your clinic and explain to them that you are on this method and you are bleeding for this long. Same as I explained with the pills, nothing is 100%. We always advise dual protection. Even though you know that you are on the method, continue using condoms. Also, the methods will only prevent pregnancy and not STIs and HIV. And then we are gonna move on to our long-term methods, which is the Implanon. We only have the Implanon. There's many other different ones, and okay, they're not different, but they're different in how they last, how long they last. We have the 3 years Implanon here. So your Implanon is inserted subdermally on your non-dominant hand. Stays in for 3 years. The minute you take it out, you can fall pregnant immediately. Or I didn't explain on the injectables. So with the injectables, you may need to wait a little bit, and when you've stopped using them, like should you plan to have children, you may have to like wait a little bit for your fertility to return. For the 2 months injection, it might take from 6 months up to a year to like conceive. With the 3 months, it may take from a year to 2 years for you to be able to conceive again. But they are reversible. With them, you just need to wait a bit. Unlike the Implanon, the minute you take out the Implanon, your fertility is back. You can fall pregnant immediately. How it works is does the same as everything else. Inhibits ovulation, makes that thickens that mucus so that sperm cannot penetrate, and then it also inhibits implantation like the rest. So it can increase your appetite and you eat and gain weight. Let me also explain this. How something works for me might not be the same as it would work for the other person. Implanon might be for me and it might not be for you. same as in the injections. Should you experience heavier bleeding of more than 10 days, report to your clinic so that you are treated. If it happens in my this is what I do. If it happens the first time, we treat. Second time, we treat. The third time, we treat. Then after the third time, then that person would would need to explore other methods. Maybe that method that's making them bleed so much is not for them. So please do discuss with your healthcare provider before, like, if you want to change or you want to stop or what is going on. Yeah, and then we are gonna move on to the copper IUCD. This is the copper IUCD, which you can also use as an emergency contraceptive. Excuse me. This is the copper IUCD. Here's the copper. So we're gonna go back to our womb. It's not gonna sit perfectly, but ideally this is how my girl should sit, né? So the copper there will just mess with the sperm, so the sperm can't like make you fall pregnant, and then those wings over there will close properly the womb so that the sperm can't get through on either side. Okay? So the copper IUCD is toxic to sperm, just like I said. It also prevents fertilization. So the copper IUCD stays in, this the one we have here, stays in for 5 years. It's a non-hormonal method, so the person will be able to get their period every month. As it's non-hormonal, it won't affect your acne or weight or whatever. I don't have effect on any of those. Stays in for 5 years. The minute you take it out, your fertility is back. You can fall pregnant again. So after inserting this one, you are given prophylaxis, like a set of antibiotics and pain tablets. There is pain on the insertion. There is pain, and there might be pain for a couple of days because this is foreign to your body. Your body is not used to having this. And then for the first couple of months, you may experience pain when you are on your period, because remember, okay, as I was saying, you are gonna experience pain during your period because your womb is gonna somehow send information to your brain that, listen, we have this foreign body that we need to fight off. So this is what your womb will be doing. It's gonna be trying to fight off this foreign thing. So yeah, for me, I would say give it at least 6 months to see if it works for you or not. But should you be experiencing excessive bleeding and whatnot for too long, then it might not be for you. If you are a heavy bleeder naturally, like myself, of more than 7 days, then it's definitely not for you. So yeah, for the first couple of months, you will experience heavier bleeding than what you are normally used to until it gets used to your body. Then it should try and like normalize with time. So all these things need time. Again, nothing is 100%. Even this one, it is effective, but it's not 100%. Dual protection is always encouraged and advised. I hope this wasn't a thorough thing, but I think I've explained what I needed to. Please never leave your health practitioner without asking the necessary questions that you need to know, because sometimes we have someone complaining of something that they under normal circumstances they wouldn't worry about had they had the knowledge. Okay, so comment down below if you have any questions and I will answer as much as I can. Never leave your health practitioner without asking the necessary questions that you feel you need to know, because and you have the right to know like what's going on, what is being done. Yeah. Comment down below if you'd like us to discuss abortions on my next one. I will see you in my next upload. So as you've seen by now, play channel, it's a mixed masala, whatever you would like to watch, and yeah, go with that. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe. Bye.